Handlung auf Darkwater entdeckt, könnte gefälscht sein, aber genauso gut auch ein unwiderlegbarer Beweis für Blavatskys Aufrichtigkeit. Okay, das sind die 3 Rollen. Einen Moment. Erstmal schauen, ob ich hier noch was finde. Es sind ja anscheinend neue Bücher aufgetaucht jetzt. Ich mir es ansehen konnte. Vielleicht gibt es ja noch irgendwas Interessantes. Scheint soweit nichts mehr zu sein, außer das hier.
Kind of chalice.
Dieser Kelch sieht uralt aus. Er scheint aus Gold und echten Edelsteinen gefertigt zu sein. Ergeben die Rubine und Saphire ein besonderes Motiv? Schwer zu sagen. Gut, dass ich nochmal nachgeguckt habe, sonst wäre mir das wahrscheinlich entgangen. Aber warte, damit kann ich dann wahrscheinlich die 3 Wachsrollen abspielen, richtig?
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Boah, Moment, nochmal.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The chalice of knowledge.
Das erste etwa die Anzahl der Rubine. Fangen wir mal direkt bei dem Griff hier an. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Ich werde mir mal notieren, das erste könnte also die 5 sein. Ich habe keinen Zettel hier. Also großartig, bin ich wieder super vorbereitet. Moment, hier habe ich ein Stück Pappe. Schreibe ich mal eine 5 da drauf. Okay, da steht eine 5. Was ist das nächste?
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Die weißen Spielfiguren, richtig?
The Queen has little protection.
Okay, es ist entweder 4 oder 3. Also entweder alle 4, aber weil er gesagt hatte, beschützen wir unsere weiße Königin, kann es sein, dass sie nicht mit gemeint ist. Ich werde mal 4 und 3 aufschreiben. Ich werde aber auch... Das sind noch 3 daneben und 2 davon stehen. Ich werde mal 5, 6... Oder 7 sind auch noch möglich. Also das zweite, ich glaube es ist 3. Dann zweite Möglichkeit wäre 4 und ansonsten, wenn das nicht klappt, dann sind es 5, 6 oder 7.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Band 9.
What did Drake say about this collection?
Das ist Band 4.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Band 8. Den da oben kann ich mir nicht mehr ansehen.
So these are the volumes that Drake was
4.
talking. What did Drake say about this collection?
Band 8.
Drake talked about a
Band 7 ist
particular
das.
volume. So these are the volumes that
Band
Drake...
6.
What did Drake say about this
1.
collection? Drake talked
Band
about a
3.
particular volume. So these are the
Band 2.
volumes that Drake was talking
Aber
about
wo
in his
ist
message.
Band 9? Wieso kann ich mir den nicht ansehen?
What did Drake say about this collection?
Habe ich den schon gesehen oder nicht? Eine Gedichtsammlung von Edward Pickman Derby. Edward Derby, war das nicht der von der Geschichte Das Ding auf der Schwelle? Auf der Türschwelle? Kann das sein? Hieß der nicht so? Ich glaube schon. Auch als Albtraumlyrik bekannt. Diese Sammlung von Gedichten wurde bei ihrer Veröffentlichung 1908 mit Begeistern aufgenommen. Derby war zu dieser Zeit erst 18 Jahre alt. Okay, warte. Jetzt werde ich mal kurz aufschreiben. Die Schlüsselzahlen sind 1908 und 18. Und es ist Band 9. Das sind die 3 Schlüsselzahlen. Will ich mal sehen, wie viele Stellen hat das hier? Einfach nur 3 Stück, oder? Das erste ist 5. Das zweite müsste 3 sein. Das letzte. Jetzt eine gute Frage. Ist es 9? Band 9? Okay, Tatsache. Das war einfach nur Band 9. Gut. Dann kann ich das ja an die Seite legen hier. Jetzt habe ich nicht geguckt. Ist das Necronomicon? Wie Riverside Institut. Ich bin schon wieder da. Oh nein. Kapitel 8 Riverside Institut. In der namenlosen Buchhandlung verfolgte Pierce die Spur eines versuchten Einbruchs. Er entdeckte, dass Charles Hawkins hinter dem Einbruch steckte. Pierce öffnete den Tresor des Buchhändlers und fand, was dieser und Sarah Hawkins darin aufbewahrt hatten. Ein in Menschenhaut gebundenes Buch lag im Tresor und zog den Detective unwiderstehlich an. Als er es öffnete, wurde sein Geist in einen anderen Körper projiziert. In einen anderen Körper? Das könnte interessant werden. Scheint aber ein langer Ladebildschirm jetzt zu sein. Tja. Das lädt echt ganz schön lange. Ach da, jetzt bewegt sich was. Habe ich hier was Interessantes, was ich mir anschauen kann, bis das hier fertig ist? Okay. So, sind wir schon wieder im scheiß Riverside Institut. Oh nein, hoffentlich nicht schon wieder Stealth.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Ich bin im Körper von, Dr. Colden gerade, okay.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor, after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself.
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Okay, jetzt muss ich tatsächlich als Dr. Colden spielen. Ich fand ein Buch interessant des Buchhändlers. Irgendetwas stimmte damit nicht. Es roch nach Tod und Verwesung. Mich überkam ein ungutes Gefühl. Ich las darin, um zu verstehen, was ich empfand. Doch was passierte danach? Wo bin ich? Da kann ich nicht draufklicken, weil ich das logischerweise nicht bin. Also doch wieder Stealth, oder wie?
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
Kann ich auf Doktor spielen.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Was? Moment. In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders ins Riverside-Institut eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichten Behandlungen. Fuller fügte handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt sie, in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt. Also nach unten.
Mrs. Sanders?